Morning. Morning. Friday, September 19th, 2025. Where's my video diary? Oh my god. It's so much easier when my hair was short. So much easier. Oh. So yesterday and the day before, I wanted to go into the gallery to work, but I didn't because I'm trying to deal with a plumbing issue here at the house. So my house is almost 100 years old, and some of the plumbing is original. Now, not all of it. A lot of the plumbing's been replaced, but not all of it. You taking him with you downstairs?
Yeah, I'm not going downstairs. Here's your coffee.
Oh, thank you. Mister. He made sure you didn't give me any kisses. That's for damn sure. Watch this, Brody. Watch this. Watch this, Brody. Watch. Mwah. Oh, Brody. What do you say, Brody? Brody says, I give kisses! He says, oh yeah, Daddy, watch this. Oh my god. So funny. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so anyway, where was I? I was talking about the plumbing. So a house is like 100 years old. 7 years, it'll be 100 years old. And some of the plumbing is still original. Some of the electric is still original too. Most of the electric has been redone, but not all of it. Anyway, my sink in the bathroom was plugged up. Needed snaked. Well, I couldn't get I went and got a little snake, and I couldn't get it in there, and it wasn't working. Right? It was further down the line. So, called around trying to get a plumber to come out. Get this. There's this plumber has been sending out advertisements, right, through the mail, spending a lot of money on bulk mailers, right, and called Rosenthal Plumbing. They had never been out here before. People who've been out here before, I had like 2 or 3 other companies out here. I didn't want to call them. I didn't call them first. I called the company that has been out here the most, right? Called them. Well, they were busy. Whatever. So then I did Google search for plumbers, and this one, Rosenthal Plumbing, came up number 1. I'm like, all right. Well, they're paying for placement. You do that, right? That's like advertising. So I called them, and first they're like, oh, I don't think I can get anybody out there, whatever, back and forth, whatever. Finally, they call back, like, oh, yeah, I can get somebody out there today. This wasn't yesterday, it was the day before. I'm like, all right. They're like, oh, well, they're like, the house call is free, then we'll give you a quote for the work. I'm like, all right, it's just my sink needs unplugged. So kid shows up, and I mean, he was like in his 20s. And I tell him what the problem is, and he looks all over the place, looks at all the plumbing, blah, 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 blah. Then he comes back at me with a quote. First he tells me he wants to take out my toilet. I have an antique toilet. It's really cool. It's in really good shape. No, you're not going to ruin my bathroom with the original tile and the original toilet. No, you're not. He's telling me that's what he wants to do. Oh, it's a really old toilet. You should have that taken. I'm like, no, I shouldn't. No, I shouldn't. Anyway, he gives me like 5 quotes. All of them are like over $10,000, between $10,000 and $20,000 to do stuff around here. None of the quotes at all address my sink that's plugged up. And like all the other stuff, it's just like, okay, those things aren't pressing right now. That's not what the problem is, right? And I tell him, no, I don't have money to do this right now. I'm like, I have other things around here that I need to pay for. He goes, like what? I'm like none of your business. None of your business. When he was here, he was like asking questions. He asked me how much my stove cost. He's like, how much did that cost? I'm like, what is wrong with you? Yeah. So then I remember the people that came out the last time we had an emergency was a new company that I had never tried before. And it was like they came out and they took care of it. And I remember like, oh, I have a card for them. The guy gave me his card. I couldn't find because they didn't come up in the Google search, right? They didn't come up in the Google search when I searched plumbers. I'm like, I gotta find that card. So I found the card and I called and they came out and less than $500. My sink works again. It's like, oh my god, he didn't try to steal my toilet. It was just ridiculous. But that's what I've been doing the past couple of days. So, ugh. I've been doing a lot of writing. Oh yeah, I got a lot of writing done yesterday and the day before. Ugh, crying out loud. Ugh, hair in my face, hair in my mouth, hair all over the place. Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah, so that's what I've been doing, dealing with plumbers. Yeah. But now my sink works. Yay. Yay for working sink. Yay. Makes me happy. Anyway, last night for dinner, I didn't make the lentil soup the other day, and we ended up having a salad again. Or no, we didn't have a salad. I made broccoli cheddar penne. It was broccoli, chopped up the broccoli and shredded the cheddar and chopped up an onion real fine, chopped up some cherry tomatoes and baked it with some penne. Yeah. And then last night, I made spinach chickpea soup. And it was good with rice. With rice. So today we'll be clean out the fridge though. It'll be leftovers. Yeah. 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 Maybe I can go do some work today, huh? That would be nice. I would like that. I would like to go work. Go do some work in the studio, huh? Yeah. I'd like to do that. Go get some work done in the studio. And this one over here. Look at him. Look at his fluffy ass. Hey, fluffy butt. Hey. Hey, fluffy butt. Hey, fluffy butt. Hey, fluffy butt. You're silly. Are you silly? Are you silly? Can I have kisses? Hey, mister. Can I have kisses? Mwah. Can I have kisses? Mwah. Can I have kisses? Oh, thank you. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, Brody. Mr. Brodaloda Ding Dong. Mr. Brodaloda Ding Dong. He's my boy. He's my boy. Oh, he had his nose and everything yesterday. He wanted to smell everything. All the guy's tools. He wanted to smell the hole in the wall. I'm like, you cannot be in the bathroom there with him when he's working. You gotta get out of there. He likes to supervise. He's a supervisor. He thinks he's a supervisor. He does. Are you a supervisor, mister? Yeah, that's you laying on mama's pillow. That mama's special pillow. Is that the pillow mama throws her leg over so her hip doesn't hurt? Yeah. Yeah. Mm-mm. Oh, I saw the story the other day. In the news about Oakland. I'm trying to make it sound like, oh my God, Catholic Church is closing down, blah, 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 blah. So the story is about Our Lady of Lourdes on Lake Merritt. They're saying they're closed. Oh, they're making it sound like this is just like a new thing that they're closing it down. They've been trying to close that church for a long time. And it was originally the cathedral in Oakland, right? And they built the new cathedral, Cathedral of Christ the Light, which is literally, you can see the, if you stand out on the balcony or on the, you know, raised patio at Cathedral of Christ the Light, you can see Lourdes across the lake, and vice versa. You can see the Cathedral of Christ the Light from Our Lady of Lourdes, which used to be the cathedral, right? They built a new one. That's why they don't need that one anymore, because they have a new one. And so they're talking about like, oh, it's really beautiful, and you know, it's a different style altogether. Cathedral of Christ the Light and the Cathedral Our Lady of Angels down in Los Angeles. Those are the two newest Catholic churches, you know, big commission architecture in North America, right? It was a big deal when they were built, right? It was the first time cathedrals had been built in a very, very long time. Um, yeah, so that's what the deal is with that. It's like, what did they call it? Gothic revival. Our Lady of Lourdes, is that what I think that's what the architecture type is? Gothic revival. It's ornate. It's ornate. It's very ornate. Very, very different to the modern construction of Cathedral of Christ the Light. Very, very different. Very, very different. So I don't know. I'm gonna sell it. There are other churches, you know, where they've been same kind of thing. So Our Lady, Mary Help of Christians, a little church that was over in Jingletown, little old church, has a big rectory and everything on it. A big rectory, really, really big, next door. And it's very old, and I don't know if they've actually closed it or not. But St. Anthony's is less than 3 miles from there. St. Anthony's, and that church was probably built in the late 80s, 80s, 80s maybe, or it was in the 80s. I'm thinking about, I'm picturing the architecture in my head. It's built in the 80s. So it's like, you don't need churches like, they were mad because they wanted to, people over there were mad because they wanted to put the two together, not have to have two priests, right? Priests didn't want to have to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, because it was ridiculous. So then what do you do with those old buildings? You know, so the church wants to sell them. I sold some of them, but you could use them for other things. Jeez. I don't know. I don't know. It's just interesting in the news when you see stories in the news, like the things that they leave out are every bit as interesting as the things that they say, right? Yeah, yeah. hmm Trump over there in the UK trumping it up. Oh my God. I love how they projected all those images of him with Epstein up onto the castle. That's fantastic. I should have thrown in some pictures of Andrew too, huh? Huh? Oh my God. Gross men. Gross pedos. Gross pedos. I just don't understand it. I don't understand adults wanting to fuck children. I don't understand it. Okay, so technically it's illegal, but okay, 18-year-old and a 16-year-old, I can understand that, right? Proximity of age. But I just don't understand. Like the guy that assaulted me when I was 15, Kurt, the guy that owned that coffee shop out in Utica called Jitters, Kurt, he was 33 years old and I was 15. 15. I don't understand that. He was almost 20 years older than me. He was 18 years older than me. I don't get it. Like, oh, he was so gross. It was so gross. So gross. I had no choice. I had been abandoned there, left there. I had no way of getting home. He said he'd give me a ride. He wanted to give me a ride. Yeah, I should have read between those lines, huh? Anyway. Anyway. Brought a load of ding dong. Hey, sir. He knows he's not supposed to lick his dick on my bed. If you want to lick your dick, you're welcome to do that, but you must get down on your bed or on the floor to do it. You cannot lick your dick on Mummy's bed. That's the rule. You know it. You see his face. Hey, sir. Sir. We had this conversation many times. Why would we keep having this conversation, huh? Mummy doesn't care if you lick your dick. You just can't do it on the bed. Not on the bed. Okay? Good boy. Anyway. Article I wrote yesterday for the December issue of the magazine. Really heavy article. Really, really, really heavy article. And the next one I have it's not quite as heavy. It's not like, it's heavy in a different way. And it's, I mean, the one I wrote yesterday is like philosophically and politically heavy, right? This other one I have to write now is politically heavy, but for a totally different reason. And it's going to be controversial. I mean, they're both controversial, but this one's controversial because it's me writing it, you know? But it's going to take a lot of work. Yeah. 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 So, I don't know. Get up, get showered and dressed here, wash my dirt ass, and then make some breakfast, and then, I don't know, go to work.